weekly recap of what's happened in markets over the past week. US markets have paused, but that momentum continues to hold after a powerful April rally. Markets continued higher for a second consecutive week, though times were noticeably more measured, with the S&P 500 only up around 1%, along with the Nasdaq, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average up just over 0.5%. The Feds are still a little bit uncertain, with the Federal Reserve leaving rates unchanged, but markets focused more on the unusually divided policy vote, with 4 out of 12 members dissenting, highlighting that growing uncertainty when it comes to the path of inflation and rates. There was an early surprise in terms of earnings. Corporate earnings continued to impress, with roughly 2/3 of the S&P 500 companies having reported. Analysts now expect first quarter earnings growth of just over 27%. As the growth improves, though, inflation seems to be rearing its head, with the US economy growing at 2% for the first quarter of this year, up sharply from 0.5% in the previous quarter, showing resilience despite those highest rates. However, inflation does remain stubborn. The Fed's preferred inflation gauge, core PCE, rose to 3.2%. Oil continues to become that wild card, with oil volatility remaining a major macro risk. Oil crude rising from just above $95 a barrel to above $110 a barrel during this previous week. Important to note that April delivered a major rebound across markets after a weak first quarter. The Nasdaq up 15.3%, and the S&P 500 up 10.4%, both having their best month since 2020. The Dow up 7.1%, the strongest monthly gain since late 2024.